What should I do when I need to get monetized? Because today we are going to look at a typical Chicago mystery death. I'm Christina with the Sisyphean Journal, and today is December 17th. So today we're going to look at an anniversary where the only information I have is from the Homicide in Chicago Interactive Database. And I want to show you how scanty and confusing that information can be. Because if you are liking, sharing, subscribing, I'm going to be able to get monetized. I'm going to be able to go to Chicago. So if we look at this, all it's telling us, Pickles Marie, age 18, colored, died from a criminal abortion performed by Clarence Shore, who on 12/20/21 was held by the coroner, 2nd District, 9/14/22, stricken off Hebel. Okay, so basically the date of offense is given as December 19th, 1921, and the date of death is given as December 19th, 1921. And I found out from other cases that these aren't necessarily accurate. This might be the date of the offense or the date of death or both. She might have actually died on the day of abortion, but I have no way of knowing. So it notes that for some reason it has her as an accident when it should be homicide, illegal abortion, one defendant. So here it gives me information about Marie, 18 years of age, female, black, African American. The defendant, and here it gets a little weird. So we've got Clarence Shore, male, and he's white. And it was unusual for a black woman to go to a white abortionist. Usually, women tended to stick with their own racial and ethnic group. If a woman was of Italian descent, she tended to even seek out an Italian person to do the abortion. If she was of German descent, she sought out a German. So this is a little weird and unusual. And it says he's employed and professional, but it gives his profession as nurse midwife. Now, being a male nurse was almost unheard of in this era. Now, sometimes a doctor who practiced obstetrics would be referred to as a midwife, but that typically was only for female doctors who practiced obstetrics. So again, that's really weird. So it tells us that there were some days between the crime and arrest, but not how many days. The coroner's decision was made the day after the date of death. That to me kind of says that probably the abortion was not done on the day she died, because that's not a whole lot of time for the coroner to start an investigation and get it moving. Said the defendant was held to the grand jury. Now it says trial judge was Judge Hebel, but that might have been just who was in charge of the grand jury. And it says there was a coroner and a trial. Date of sentence, September 14th, 1922, but the outcome was that it was stricken off. So again, that makes no sense. You can't be sentenced if the case is stricken off. And I've been unable to find anything in the newspapers about what happened to Marie. That might be because she was black and it simply wasn't considered that big a deal back then. Well, I can say it's not that big a deal now. When Holly Patterson died from an abortion, it made national news because her father raised a stink. But Creer Shepard's family's raising a stink about her abortion death. But gosh, black girl, not blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl, so it doesn't get as much attention. So, the fact that a black woman dying doesn't get as much attention as a white woman dying probably hasn't changed at all. So if you like, share, and subscribe, you can help me go to Chicago, find out what happened to Marie, find out who this Clarence Shore guy was, find out why nobody was ever prosecuted and held to account for Marie's death.